Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Malone here and I'm here with another wonderful video for you guys today. As you can see, we are currently in another castle. This is actually my friend's castle. He is one of our shop members. He's not actually a shop owner. He is kind of like we call him a supply runner. What he does, he kind of goes around the spiral, collects various items, and he helps increase our stock. And he also helps, get us reviews and stuff in the shop. In the server that we're currently located in. But today what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about his rare housing item collection. Now, the reason we're going to be discussing this is because he has some items that I have not currently obtained, and we're going to be looking at those today. Because, obviously, I could go out and obtain them, but that would take a little bit longer. I do have plans to obtain them and stuff, and I do have some more items of my own that I can show you. But I'm going to save that for a later video because I also have a few more videos in between there that aren't really housing related, so I want to, I don't want to put all of this rare housing content out this fast whenever there's so much other stuff that I have planned, and it's just, I want to get some of that done first because most of my videos lately have been rare housing based, so yeah. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and look around, see if we can find anything. No. Yeah, this is the guy that has most of our globes and stuff, like snow globes and all that. Although it looks like he has plenty in this castle. Like, a lot. Because you don't get that kind of snow unless you've got a lot of them. Okay, so it looks like this is the room where his main collection is. So right off the bat, we can already see that there's quite a bit of rare stuff. The ones that I'm going to point out today, let's see, do I recognize that? Playable? Oh yeah, I think I have that. I'll show you guys that in a different video though. This right here is called the Huge Boulder. Now the Huge Boulder, as you can see, it's available from the Arrow Village. It is a rare item. It's one of the variations of the item that I had shown you previously, which was the heavy rock. This is called the Huge Boulder. Definitely not huge, so I had mentioned in the video that I was hoping that this would be really, really big, and it is. Sorry about that. But it is kind of a letdown. So there's that. Obviously, he's got some musical instruments. I'll be showing my musical instrument collection off in another video. I have all of them, so as far as those are concerned, I'm good. Pretty much set. As you can see, I've shown these off before. We've got, pirate flags. He's got 4 piggy banks. He's got 3 gumball machines. I actually just bought another one from him earlier, so I now currently the proud owner of 2 gumball machines. He's got 3 toy monkeys. He's got a Mystic Pizza. He really likes. These are slightly rare nowadays. They used to not quite be all that rare. You'd be able to find them in the bazaar quite often, but these days, you have to look really hard to get the breakfast pans. They're not super rare or anything. It's not something that everyone's going after, but it is something that slowly but steadily it is gaining value because people are seeing less and less and less of it in the bazaar, and people are getting less and less and less of it from its initial drop, which if I remember right, it's the Ravens Horde Pack, which no one buys that anymore. So you can probably, guess why it's going down. Actually, I think the Ravens is retired, isn't it? I can't even remember. Either it's retired or people don't buy it anymore. It's one of those. The fire cape down here, this is also rare. You get this from fishing in Azteca. He may have bought this from the bazaar, but this is also just, it's not one of those super rare items, but because, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, because it is fished, it is considered to be valuable and it is considered to be rare. People, and I've found this out, even if they know that it's a fished item, they are generally willing to pay kind of a premium for it. They're willing to actually pay large amounts of empowers, which is the currency to get them. I might actually have to buy one of these from him. This is the gigantic cake. Now, the gigantic cake is only available, annoyingly, during birthdays. So during KI's birthday, they'll sell giant cake or they don't sell it. It's the daily quest thing. So it's just like the gumball machine. It's seasonal and it's very hard to obtain when it's not KI's birthday. So like, obviously once a year you can get it every time they have a birthday. The model watchtower, I've mentioned this in a previous video. It's crafted and it's dropped by opening the gold chest and the Shinobi Dojo. Rose Piper in the telegraph box solves the recipe. So the only way you can craft it is by having the what are they? The little sonic spring reagents. So you can only get the recipe whenever the telegraph box event comes out, and then you have to get a really annoying reagent to actually be able to craft it. So that's pretty much it for this house. It looks like, I don't know, there is this also. These are somewhat rare Aerodorf potted plants. They're not rare. Here's the deal with these. They are only available as drops from some of the more difficult Imperia Part 2 bosses. They are sold in the bazaar, 5-6 times a day, which is what we figured out because, my team is pretty big, so there's always at least one person in the bazaar just constantly reloading the various pages. And these will be sold about 5 or 6 times a day. Usually not more than that though. So they do have a bit of rarity because obviously no one's going to spend a full day in the bazaar. If they have a team, obviously they might be able to get more and more and more of them. But, on average, most people, if they're even trying to get this from the bazaar, are probably only going to spend maybe 2-3 hours max, which is, those are like hardcore collectors and people who really need reagents and stuff. So they're not looking for this to begin with. That being said, it is rare, again, because, it's not sold often in the bazaar, and then the bosses that do drop it don't drop it very often. And then you also have to consider the fact that it's not an item that people are really looking for either. So just because it's rare doesn't automatically mean it has value. I've kind of been trying to drill this into my team's mind, like, hey, by the way, this is a rare item, yes, but no one actually wants it, so no, you can't sell it for a crap ton. So no, it's not worth all that much. It's maybe like 15 in powers, which is nothing, So there's that. Toy towers, we do sell those, but again, they don't sell for very much. And the last thing, I can't believe I kind of skipped over this, the Boogaroo drum. I don't even know how to say that. But you can get it from Grub Guardian. Says this item is currently unavailable. I'm not sure if that means that it's not dropped from Grub Guardian anymore or what it is, but that is the case. It is a very rare item. We currently have it priced at like, I think, well over 100 in powers. I think we have it at like 100 to 150. Another obvious one, I've already brought this up, you've got the mutation share, the brass monkey spider, you've got, the ship in a bottle, the test tubes are pretty valuable, people like to buy those. The velvet ropes aren't super rare, but people like to buy them too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know why he has this in here though. These things, if anything, they're just expensive. Not really rare. These down here are considered to be rare, sort of. They're not sold in the bazaar quite as much as they used to be. You got the elephant drum. There's that too. It does have a little bit of value. There's a lot of items that you may have laying around your house and you don't even know it that do have a little bit of value. They are rare, or they are only obtainable from certain places that aren't really desirable farming locations for a lot of people, or the activity isn't really exciting for people, so they don't spend a lot of time doing those or farming for these items. And maybe you just you picked you saw like 2 or 3 in the bazaar one time, you bought them all, or maybe you just bought one and then you see them a couple times afterwards and you're like, well, surely there's no way that that's a rare item because I see it all the time. Well, that's not exactly the case. That's more a case of people not knowing what it is they have and selling it, thus leading to the obvious increase in availability for the item. So, yeah, if you go through your housing items, I guarantee you most people have at least one rare housing item. unless, you know, you're the kind of person that does sell all of your stuff. Obviously, then your chances of it are slim to none. But 9 times out of 10, most people have an item if they, you know, decorate castles and stuff. Most people have an item that they don't even know is ridiculously rare. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go in the video there. I'm not actually going to show you the snow globe collection. Let's just say that he's got like 50 snow globes and about, I think, 20 or 30 of each of the sparkle globe and then the grand winner. It's insane. It's absolutely, he's got 21 skating rinks too. Keep in mind, skating rinks are insanely difficult to store unless you just keep them in your backpack all the time, because you can only have one skating rink on the inside and one on the outside of a castle. And if you don't have that many castles, it's not really a reliable way to store it. So the only way to do it is to keep them in your bank, your shared bank, or your backpack, and it's really very annoying, which is why I avoid buying them quite as much as he likes to. They are items people want, but again, the storage is just outrageous. And this is coming from a person who currently has 32 castles on one wizard. All right, and then a few other castles on a few other wizards. Okay, it's just it's they're impossible. They really are. I don't know, and I don't like keeping 21 of anything on my wizard, you know, in my backpack, because it always makes me feel like my backpack's more, you know, filled up than it needs to be. Wow, these are some very mean people. No, I'm joking. I know Alex. I don't know Riley. I guess she's a friend of his. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, and be sure to subscribe for more amazing videos. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful